Oh, hey, we're
Yeah,
live.
Welcome to an episode of the Sports Genes Into the Lab podcast, where sports analysts and experts dissect the latest news from the NBA and NFL, giving you a unique view on some of the hottest topics around your favorite teams. From the fresh field smells of the NFL to the hardwood courts of the NBA, and possibly your comfy couch for your fantasy football team. Let's see what kind of news the lab is working with today. Here's your host from the Sports Analytics headquarters in San Antonio, Texas, Ernest Silva.
What is up, guys? What is up? We are live, ITL, on a different night, Tuesday night. That's right. We are going to be right after the week to go over some of the best games and talk about the upcoming games and what we're going to deem the way too early primetime pick'em. That's right, the way too early primetime pick'em. It's week 4. You've had time to digest. For Cowboys fans, you need a lot more time to digest because you're rolling now with 2 straight wins with your backup quarterback. Congratulations. I'm your host, Ernest Silva. At Into the Lab Pod is where you're watching tonight or possibly listening from your comfy couch, as we like to say in our tune. Powered by the Mothership Blue Collar Media Group for tonight's episode. If you haven't heard of BCMG, go check them out, bluecollarmg.com, or just check out any of our awesome shows like Competitive Hedge, Eric's Sports Picks, or anybody else. All right, let's talk about my co-host. He's here. He might have seen his show this morning from the Competitive Hedge podcast. Kenny Cotterill. What's up, brother?
I finally did okay in pick'em, so I guess that's a positive. Dallas won last night. Another positive. Praying for people down in Florida. Just don't follow the advice of Joe Biden. And apparently preparing for that is by going and getting vaccinated. I hope you guys have seen that clip today. It's hilarious. And really looking forward to the show.
Well, I'll tell you what, you could avoid the hurricane if you got the hurricane vaccine. Just go to your local CVS and hit that, and it won't hit your house. You might have seen him also on the Competitive Hedge, but you catch him here now on Tuesday nights in his show on Wednesday nights. He'll tell you right now. Eric Sports Pick, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, everyone? Yes, so Wednesdays we're going to be having college football recaps from the previous week, so please check that out. And also to what Kenny said, praying for everyone down in Florida. Hope everyone stays safe. And I also had a decent week. Kenny, I actually think I'm winning against you in the overall rankings.
Well, if we wanted to start the shit talking now, Eric, you definitely hit the nail on the head. We'll go over standings and all that good stuff in just a moment. But making his way on your screen blankly and not showing his camera is Just Luke. Just Luke, what's going on?
Well, I'm still working, so technically I'm not here. So, yeah.
Welcome, Andrew Kahn, everybody.
Andrew Kahn is here. Just
I don't even know
Very-
what. I don't
Very
even know.
excited to have you on here, Luke.
Yeah.
Just.
That's what we'll go with. I'm Joey Freshwater for the day, but it'll
Joey
be fine.
Freshwater. That's gonna
Yeah,
keep. That's gonna
absolutely.
keep.
This week, I can't wait. It's the weekend of the quarterback. There's a lot of great matchups this week, so can't wait to talk sports.
Now, I saved him for last because it's best for last. That's right. You named him your general of BCMG, the General Steve Reisner. What's going on, brother?
I thought I was the general of all of Twitter, not just BCMG.
Oh, correct me.
Oh.
Correct me then, Steve. Wow.
Yeah. Just so to cover that last conversation we just had there, I don't even know anybody named Luke who works at a fireworks stand. So, I don't know what this guy's talking about, not being at work, being at work and shit.
Mhm.
I don't know anyone named Luke who works at a fireworks place.
I'm glad we kept it anonymous. That's for sure. That's for sure. ITL Pick'em is going to be way too early this week, as is going forward. So if you're not familiar with the lineup, we're going to go over all the matchups with our way too early predictions. But before we do that, we do have a saying at BCMG. It's called Better Together. And Kenny's still not in the video, so he's upset. And it still has Steve's way of saying it, but we're going to roll. If you haven't heard of BCMG, go check it out today. Being Better Together, and let me show you why.
Happy Thursday, y'all. Happy Thursday.
I'm your host, Andrew Kahn. This is the Boomtown Pod.
Add into the Lab Pod is where you're watching today's stream.
Stuck him!
It is Blue Collar Game Day. I am your host.
I got a kill! Yes!
Welcome to episode 277 of the Official Butthole Podcast. Got him.
Beautiful.
Better together.
Better together.
We're better together.
Better together.
Better together.
Blue Collar Media Group, full of social streamers, content creators, gaming streamers, as well as shows. Check us out on all different platforms: Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. All right, guys, we are going into, and there is Rachel. She's going to come out. You, Steve, you better watch it. Rachel saying, "What's up, Rachel?" The usual in-studio producer messaging from afar. We are going to be going to round one in just a moment and start off with our ITL League roundup. Jalen Green, take us there.
We're working, we're in the lab, and we're going to make sure this happens as soon as possible.
That's right. Round one. We are going to go news from around the leagues. That's right. We start off with our ITL Listener League roundup, where we show you the great matchups from your sports scientists, as well as some of you listeners who are lucky enough to be in the league, who asked to be a part of it. Let's check it out. We already mentioned Steve took a tough loss last week, set his best lineup, and couldn't compete against Rachel, who is now 3-0. So let's take a look at the screen here. We see there at the bottom, 141 to 120. Rachel's team now 3-0 and running away with this league. Kenny took a loss. Kenny said he's just going to bounce back, not worried about it. Coach Peanut, one of the streamers, one of the main streamer, the head of streaming of the BCMG stream team, Purple Pug Mafia, takes its first loss of the season to Frank's Slam Dunk team. Jay down in Harlingen, Texas, beat Eric. Eric, how you feeling after that ass whooping?
I woke up that morning and I was like, do I want to, jump off my roof? Because I was just an absolute ass cooking.
Shit.
Dude, what?
Jesus.
That's
Eric,
You might take this a little less seriously.
That was intense, Eric. Bad for you, man. But we'll get you some help. And I took the win over Dan down in Harlingen, Texas, as well. We took a look at the standings. Plus Walker and I, Chris Borak, our regular listener and going to be part of the show in this season. And I lead in Division 1. Division 2, it is all Rachel, Jay, and Dennis. Good luck to all y'all. We'll keep posting more matchups. And as we get closer towards playoff time, we'll take a look at the lineups before and after. All right, guys, we have a great slate here. Let's start off where we always should start off, which is talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys live after last night's Monday Night Football crazy game. I'm not one to anoint him the next Tom Brady, going 3-0 now like most people do on Fox News and ESPN. But let's talk about it last night. Kenny, what's the word you would use about the Dallas Cowboys beating the Giants last night?
Painfully average.
I know. Yeah,
painfully average. So I was driving last night, 6-6, like entering the fourth quarter, I think. And when Saquon busted that run, I was like, okay, well, we're really going to lose to the Giants, eh? They're going to be 3-0. But Rush led a good drive. CeeDee Lamb made up for that drop that he had earlier in the game, and he made that nice catch. I don't know. I'm happy with how Cooper Rush looks. He's doing exactly what a backup should do. Don't turn it over. Make a few good throws here and there and lean on your defense, because this is a good Cowboys defense that they have, and I haven't been able to say that for a long time. So I think he's doing fine. So I didn't want them to go out and sign anybody else.
Yeah, I really like Dez's tweet to Tony Romo. He tweeted at him and said, "I wish we had this defense back when we were playing." That's the damn truth. If this defense lived with Dez and Romo, it would have been a whole different story. Steve, unbiased opinion. What were your thoughts after the Cowboys win last night?
So, well, you do have to forgive me. I can't stay up for Monday Night Football games. And I've only watched up till halfway through the third quarter, the condensed replay, because you moved the show to Tuesday night.
You're welcome.
So I haven't seen the entire game. I know what the score was. I got the basic layout of it. Danny Two Nichols threw a pick at the end. I see that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this. Yeah, I think I can basically figure out what happened. To go over what Kenny said, it looks average, like for Dallas. That's what it's supposed to look like right now, though, with your backup in. This is like that's that's exactly what Dallas needs to do is just go and grind a couple of wins out. I kind of like your point, Ernest. Like why didn't they have that defense like Romo and Dez playing? I feel like I was actually thinking watching the replay of it is Dallas can never get their defense to play a complete game like that when their offense is playing good.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I've ever seen it happen like that. And if Dallas defense plays a complete game, then the offense is like, shit, we forgot how to play football. Yeah, like oh my god, what are we doing? I don't know how to do this.
And when they both play bad, the special team's kicking 60-yarders, and it's like a breeze. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Dallas can't seem to do everything right at once. It's I don't know. That's just what I was thinking of. It's kind of funny.
I mean, the joke for years, and Kenny can agree with this, was they were called the Alice Cowboys because the D was always missing. I mean, that was like the biggest joke across the NFL.
Micah Parsons is like defensive player of the year right now.
He's really good.
Like
he's amazing.
It's scary how good he is and being that young.
How he was throwing the Giants O-line was just crazy. He was just flinging them around.
Like Lawrence benefits from it, and he'll be the one that gets the 3 sacks there. But so much of it is they're so focused on Parsons because he's that big of a difference maker that Lawrence then
got 3 sacks.
Yeah, it's great.
So I do want to talk about something that happened in the game, and I was messaging with Andrew when it happened, and we were laughing about it. But before that, I'm going to get your takes, Luke and Eric. Eric, your take on the Dallas Cowboys after last night?
I mean, to be honest, it was a pretty average game. I mean, you guys really surprised me. I'm not going to lie. Like to Kenny's point, once you saw Barkley take that run, I thought it was over. But you guys played really good down the stretch. Your guys' defense really stepped up. But let's see what's going to happen the rest of the way.
It's kind of sad that was the best night game of the whole week.
Yeah, that is true.
Like think about how bad the other 2 games had to be where that was the exciting game.
I agree.
Because Browns and Steelers was
awful.
Bad. And then that might have been the worst Sunday night football game of all time. And if not, it's in the top 3.
I could barely watch it.
11-10.
I could barely watch it. Russell Wilson. I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is.
The last drive.
That was spray cheese right now. Like, what are we doing? He's so
the truth.
bad.
Luke, 30-second take. Cowboys to you look like?
The Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah,
they're gonna beat who they beat, and they're gonna lose to the teams they lose to. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the fact that they passed the ball 31 times and ran the ball 30. I love it. That's exactly what that team needs. Tony Pollard, again, I will beat the drum for Tony Pollard because he makes the team go. Zeke had a good night too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not ragging on Zeke because he did have a good night too. But when Tony Pollard touches the ball, he just gets to the hole and gets yards and falls forward constantly on a consistent basis. And that's what the Dallas Cowboy needs right now. And my ideal backup quarterback, if he's out for 4 games, he has to go 2-2. He's already got 2 wins. So that's really good. The problem is now you have the Giants and you beat them. Obviously, if you go into the same game plan against the Commodores, you obviously should beat that team too. But then you have the Rams after that, and Dak should be back for that game. But do you really want him to play in that game?
No.
Or do you rather have Cooper Rush? So they have a lot more decisions. It's not a QB controversy. Let's just put an end to that conversation. It is not a QB controversy. But if this team keeps this game plan with Dak, that's the problem. When Dak gets back, they're just going to change everything and say we're going to throw the ball 50 times.
Yeah,
we'll throw the ball 50 times. And it can't be like that, especially when you broke your thumb on your throwing hand, guys.
Don't rush it. There's no point. Unintended.
Exactly.
Well, and the other thing too is Dallas backfield. They should start to mirror it after what the Lions backfield is like. Like Pollard should be Swift, and then you have Zeke as your Jamal Williams down at the goal line.
Yeah,
that's what they should be running at this point.
Yep, I completely agree. There were 2 coaching decisions last night that I thought one was hilarious but went well, and the other one was the right call. And one was admitting, okay, Jason Peters needs to get into this game, and then throwing him in there, right? You start the game thinking, oh, no, we're going to give it one more, and then you realize you're losing the line, and then you throw Jason Peters in. You don't put him at left tackle, you put him at left guard, and then the left side just opened up for Tony Pollard. I mean, he just 46-yard run right off the back. So that was
which is good because Peters can't handle being outside anymore.
No,
he just can't.
That was
Obviously,
a huge
he's 40
worry.
years old.
Yeah,
all those other things you want to say. He looked fine at guard. He looked just fine, honestly.
Do you imagine Smith and Peters on the left side together when he comes back? That's a lot of man over there, man. That is tough.
That's got to be the
around.
oldest left tackle and left guard.
I don't know. We got to look that up. That's a good point. It's a good point. The other one was caught off camera. So if you watch the All-22, so there was a delay of game penalty at the end of the first half. And I was telling Andrew, I think I saw McCarthy pull one, and I confirmed it later on today. So Mike McCarthy pulls out the red flag to challenge the catch, and he pulls out the red flag and he motions to throw it. And the Giants sideline don't call a play because they thought he threw the flag. And then the refs blow their whistle for a delay of game penalty because he never threw the flag. and the coaches start high-fiving on the sideline. I thought that was the perfect Mike McCarthy.
The best coaching decision Mike McCarthy has made in his time in Dallas.
The whole time.
Not just the game in
I was
Dallas.
laughing. I was laughing so hard. And I told Andrew, you might have to rewind that, man. He took the red flag out and faked through it. Now they're laughing about it. So kudos to the Cowboys. Let's go to the next headline. That's right. Triple S Express. The Colts shock. The Chicago Bears survive, and it's a Philly special when they moved to 3-0. I'm going to give each of y'all a topic going across the board and then give Eric a 30-second take. So let's start off with Steve. Steve, how do you feel about that Philly special? The Eagles look good this year.
The Eagles do look good this year. I still think the Philly special is an elite formation, but
there it is.
The Eagles themselves, they do look good this year.
It may be funny to you, motherfucker, but it's not funny to me, okay?
That joke is old.
Dude,
what are we doing here?
Eric, Chicago survives. Chicago survives. How did you feel about Chicago against the Texans?
It was such an ugly game, but Justin Fields needs to stop throwing the damn ball. They're not giving him. I'm sorry, that clip caught me so off guard. But to my point, though, the running game that the Bears had was great. It sucks that Montgomery went down. The backup, what's his name? Herbert?
Khalil Herbert.
Mm-hmm. He played out of his freaking mind. But I'll tell you that much. But the one thing that I do want to see about Chicago is I want to see Justin Fields' arm. I really do. They're not throwing the ball at all. I think he's averaging 12 passing attempts a game.
Well, you see him airmail receivers left and right. Of course he's not throwing the ball.
But if you don't give him the opportunity to learn, you can't just have him run.
They gave up on Justin Fields when they didn't sign anyone this offseason. Like, they don't give a shit about his production.
I really thought that he was going to turn a corner. I thought he was going to break the Ohio State mold. I honestly thought.
I did too.
There was a chance he was going to break through it.
He's in the worst situation of any second-year quarterback, and it's not even a close second.
Yeah.
They're not calling plays for. I'm just gonna say that's okay. They're not calling plays for Mooney. They're using St. Brown every now and then.
Yeah.
And Montgomery was not part of this system. And you have Fields trying to create something out of nothing. You don't have the players to fit the system. Don't run that system. Change the system. And they didn't.
What do you run with that roster? You don't run anything with that roster. You don't even have a certified wide receiver 2 on that team.
But you got to try.
You barely have a 1.
You have to try.
No, what I'm saying is they don't have a 1. I don't even know if they have a 2. I don't know if any wide receiver on this team should start on any relevant football team as a top 2 wide receiver.
You just got to think that Mooney was going to take a step, but they don't even
Bro,
target him.
They gave
Harry coming
more
back off
targets
injury
to St. Brown, right?
No. He does lead he gets 25% target share, but what I'm saying, like Cole Kmet gets 25% target share. Nobody has a chance to catch those passes. Like it's just not optimal. Sorry, Steve, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Well, what I was saying was, I thought, and I still think Justin Fields had a chance to break the Ohio State mold of quarterbacks until he got drafted to Chicago. Chicago's a test. It's where quarterbacks go to die. When I thought that kid was going to be good. I wanted the Patriots to draft him, and he went to Chicago, and I went, "Oh, this kid's fucked." And
I hope they turn it around.
Right now,
Justin Fields is a great quarterback.
Either new place or a new system might help him.
Yeah,
we'll just have to see.
But here's the problem, though: is if he spends 4 years in Chicago, rotting it up, then what? He's going to go to a new team, a new system. He's going to go to if he goes to another team after that, he's going to be a backup, and he's not going to get the chance.
He's going to do what Trubisky's doing: go to Buffalo, then go to Pittsburgh.
And the Tyrod Taylor treatment.
Justin Fields in Carolina in a couple of years because they don't have enough quarterbacks.
They did it with Cam. Maybe they can run it with him, see if they can get a couple winning seasons. I'm going to go to you, Luke. Colts shocked the world and beat the Chiefs. 98% of bettors had Chiefs and parlays. 2%, I guess, live in Indianapolis. So, Luke, the Colts shock you as much as it shocked the world.
Fuck the Colts, man. For real.
Shout out Will Latham.
Fuck the Colts, man. But I'm telling you right now, you could tell they missed Tyreek in that game. I don't care what anybody says. They missed Tyreek in that game. And you could tell between Eric Bieniemy and Pat Mahomes, there's some sort of disconnect. I don't know what it is or what's happening. But there was 0 run game for them. The passing game, short, intermediate, nothing deep. They can't get the ball deep, and that's huge for Patrick Mahomes. So, the Colts did what they should have been doing for the first 3 games of the season. So they finally did it once. I still think Frank Reich's fired at the end of the year. I really do believe that. How many more quarterbacks does this guy have to go through before you realize maybe it's not the quarterback?
It's going to be the toughest game to choose this week. Is the matchup the Colts?
I was just going to say, Luke, who is the next aging veteran quarterback that Indy brings in to try to
it'll probably
bring this raw next level?
It'll probably be Chase Daniel.
Or
Case Keenum.
Case Keenum's a good
Case Keenum probably. I just don't understand at what point. First of all, Jim Irsay should have given this team up a long time ago. He's done. He's washed. He's done. He doesn't know what his football team is.
Wait. What happened to Sam Ehlinger? Isn't he still there?
Who's that?
That's true.
Oh, your cousin Sam. My bad.
Yeah. You guys are sleeping on the Colts. Let's just move on. All right. So Kenny, last 30-second take. Which one of these headlines shocked you the most, or you want to talk about the most?
I kind of just want to talk about the fact that Kansas City dicked around, and because of it, that's why they took an L this week, because they thought that they had the game at halftime when they didn't push to try and get the field goal, and then they run a stupid fake punt, 4th and 10, like they always seem to do with Andy Reid, because he thinks that he's the smartest guy of all time, and that he's going to run all these dumbass gimmicky plays where they're doing shovel passes on the goal line, and we think it's all great, and then we're going to have Romo up there talking about, did you see that sidearm from Patrick Mahomes? He's the first quarterback to ever throw it sidearm in the NFL.
That does not sound like Romo.
I don't care.
Put the clip in. Put the clip in.
It may be funny to you, motherfucker, but it's not funny to me.
Okay? Yes. Well played. It's just the fact that I don't understand what Kansas City's doing. They feel like they're just superior to everyone and they can keep dicking around, and that's why they lost. So
I agree, 100% agree.
Not Andy Reid's team. No way.
I just want everybody to know that we had a live look in at everybody who chose Kansas City to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl again, and we got a live clip and we clipped it from beginning to end.
A mountain so high it can keep me away. I must follow you.
Like a bunch of fucking sheep, y'all just followed the leader.
Kansas City, Buffalo all the way.
Bunch of fucking sheep followers. All right, and of course, last but not least, we're gonna move on to our final topic on around the league news. That's right, the top 3 teams in the NFL after Week 3 are. We'll start this one with who do I want to pick on first? Luke, who are the top 3 teams in the NFL?
Fuck. 1A Baltimore Ravens, 1B Miami Dolphins, 3 Buffalo.
Buffalo. He's going to go Buffalo, Baltimore, and who did I miss? Miami. That's right. That was a big game that we didn't really talk about, but I didn't really want to. Steve, who are the top 3 teams in the NFL right now going into Week 4?
Give him a minute.
Yeah, I'd probably ride with what I'm saying. I'd probably go with Luke's 3.
Luke's 3, same
sounds
threes.
about right. I have to say that, 3 teams in the NFL, top 3 teams in the NFL, I can't say in Week 3.
His top 3 teams right now are the same as Luke's. Eric.
Pains me to say this, but my top 3 would be Ravens are fantastic, even though they have a shit defense. I mean, I think they'll improve. Number 2, I think the Bills. I mean, and then 3, Miami.
A mountain so high it can keep me away.
So far in this segment, we have 3 people following the leaders.
I don't understand how the Dallas Cowboy guy can say we're sheep, but you follow that team to oblivion.
Kenny.
I don't understand it.
Easy.
Thanks, Luke.
Easy right before I speak. That's
How's the
kinda
fireworks
rude.
stand?
I'm going to say number 1 right now because they just beat them is Miami. Number 2 is Buffalo, and number 3 is Philadelphia.
That's a great top 3.
I'm not putting the Ravens in there with that defense.
I give you that.
I'm not putting them in there with that secondary. You cannot give up what they did against Miami and be a top 3 team.
But, okay.
Uh-oh, we got a customer.
What?
We got a customer. Luke's gone.
Oh,
Luke's dead.
Good.
Oh, wait, whoa, we got him. Hold on, everybody. We got a site. Uh-oh.
I don't know what happened.
Well,
but I'm here for it.
We moved so much that he turned his camera on.
Wait, is he really at work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll help everybody out here.
Yes. There's the goat right there. There's my boy.
Oh God.
I was really looking
goat
for
of
a
what?
goat.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say goat? I think you meant sheep. I'm just
He's not even the goat of the Pittsburgh Penguins. What?
I do want to say one thing to Kenny's point with the Eagles. The reason I didn't choose the Eagles because the Eagles hasn't played anyone serious. I do not count the Vikings as a serious team.
Wow.
And they're still undefeated. They took care of business.
Yes,
okay, but
there's
look
a
who
lot
they
of
played
teams that
against.
didn't take care of business against teams that they should
If you
have.
want to talk about defense, look
Here
what
we
they
go.
did against the Lions. I'm just saying.
I like what you're saying, Eric, because it supports my number 3 being the Dallas Cowboys. Because if you look at that defense of the Dallas Cowboys,
enough with
2-1 Dallas Cowboys.
I'm
just kidding. Number 3 for me is the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 2 for me, Miami Dolphins. Number 1, Buffalo Bills. Until they can show against bad teams that they're actually that bad with those injuries, I'm going to keep them at number 1. They look the most solid team in the NFL. I do want to comment earlier on a Cowboys take that I heard you guys talk about before we go to Eric's sports picks doing Weddle. I want to make sure you guys know the Dallas Cowboys. I think the statement game for the Cowboys on the schedule will be the Rams. Whether Dak is in or not, where the Cowboys will look and how they look against the Rams will show just what kind of talented team they are. I think that's going to be that statement game on what kind of team.
When we beat the Rams? Yeah, I like it. Let's move over to Weddle.
Play him at the Rams. Don't
Well, I don't want to play him either, but Cooper Rush is still going to beat them because he's fucking great. He's the best keeper in the NFL. Cooper Rush is better than Cooper Kupp.
What? 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 What?
Well, there was a picture.
I'm so glad these are
You're
just
on
pre-
fire.
I don't know where that came from. We're gonna switch to Wedo with Eric Sports Picks. Eric, take it away. Let's do a couple of rounds. If we can't hit the record, Kenny, we got the record in 2 picks last week. If you missed it, just like Kenny did, we got it in 2 picks. Steve, the General Reisner, was the MVP. Let's do it, Eric.
He gets to pick first.
You get to pick first because you got to try to beat the record.
All right, one shot.
Well, it's going to be a Dallas player. Let's go with Dalton Schultz because he didn't play last night.
Dalton Schultz.
I'm running off camera. Oh man, that was so close. So close. Tight end 6'5", I think that's what it says. Over the age of 26.
And
low number. And Eric, you're going to go next.
Travis Kelce.
Who's the tight end from the Browns? Njoku, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is Darren Waller older than that?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
All right. So he's 85.
Darren Waller, how tall is he?
84, isn't he?
He's 80. Oh, wait, 85 now. Damn.
Yeah.
Is it Kelce?
Kelsey's
Mo
86.
Cox. So what number is he?
Yeah.
Mo Ali Cox, isn't he 85?
What about Dawson Knox?
He's 88.
No, he's 85, isn't he? No,
Who's that?
He's 88.
Who's that tight end who caught a touchdown for the Colts? Ross?
Well, Ali Cox is the tall one.
Mo Ali Cox is the other one.
But he didn't catch a TD. I thought it was Ross.
I don't know what that guy's
Diana?
name is.
What about Tyler Conklin? What number is he?
Ty Conklin for the Jets.
What's his last name?
C-O-N-K.
Oh, that? Want me to do it?
Yeah, why not?
Oh,
it's in the East.
We're going shorter, guys. We have to go.
Steve, is this a Patriot?
Yeah.
Who's the other Miami tight end that's not Gesicki? Because Gesicki's 88.
Do you have an 85 Patriot, Steve, or no?
Yeah,
Hunter Henry.
Oh, Hunt is he 85?
Or Jonnu?
It's probably Hunter Henry.
Henry's number 85.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
Yay.
Steve gets the MVP for that one again. All right, Kenny, you get a chance to beat it again. First pick.
Oh shit. Trying to think of something that would be generally generic. Let's go Terry McLaurin.
I thought you were going to say Christian McCaffrey there.
All right.
Ooh, got the receiver.
That's
wide
pretty
receiver
good.
in the NFC, but not the NFC East.
He's short.
He's got to be a short slot receiver. What's Rondale Moore? Or no,
Marquise Brown.
Hollywood's too young to be that.
Oh, and it's a higher number than 17.
Yeah.
St. Brown?
Sorry, I'll shut up.
What's Chris Godwin's number?
14.
19 or 4? Yeah, 14.
Oh, is he 14? Okay.
Yeah.
Who else is
He's an older guy?
Receiver?
Wait, Cole Beasley?
He's back.
Swamp Beasley.
Should I do it?
What number is
guys?
Cole Beasley?
How
Cole
tall?
Beasley's 15.
Oh, it has to be somebody short. Adam Thielen.
No, he's taller than 6.
No?
Cole Beasley.
Try Cole.
He's 15 though, isn't he?
Oh, he's gonna go pick.
Oh, he has a new number?
Yeah, I didn't know he had
Yeah, give it a shot. Whatever. If we don't get it, we don't get it.
Oh, damn.
You're dead to me, Eric.
He's 5'9".
Who's 5'9"?
All right, so it's not even in the south or the
5'10".
east.
We're 5'11".
Andy Isabella from the Cardinals? He's short.
Try it.
Wait, it can't be south.
It's not in the south and it's not in the east.
Why isn't it in the? Oh yeah, it's not.
And it's not in the west, so it's in the north.
So it's in the north. It's gonna be Adam Thielen. You're all gonna be wrong.
I bet. Go Adam Thielen. I hope that he's right.
No.
Oh.
North wide receiver.
He's 32.
32. Ooh, man.
Randall Cobb.
Oh, damn.
That's a good pick.
Randall Cobb. Let's go.
Second MVP.
Hey.
There you go.
Attaboy.
Steve and Kenny with the wins tonight. We don't break the record of 2, but Kenny tried.
Why is that on me?
Because you said you would hold the record. You said you would be the champ.
I didn't say when.
Oh my gosh! Here we go. Wow. You know what?
It may be funny to you, motherfucker, but it's not funny to me. Okay?
Amazing.
We need this clip
I love
work.
that you have beta.
If you've heard the BCMG stream team, you haven't seen any of their clips. We're about to roll it for you before we go to the ITL NFL pick. It's absolutely way too early picks, but we're going to have some fun with it. That means if we're absolutely wrong, you can't blame us. It was way too early. That's why we moved the show up, of course. But let's roll the clips of the BCMG stream team and then come right back with those ITL pick 'em. Any minute now.
Jill going down the hill, gonna go fetch Jack in his little pill. Jack feeling down and that's pretty bad. Let's go.
Oh, yo, clip that headshot.
Oh,
a pistol. What the? Okay, that didn't count.
Woo, let's go, baby, clutch it up. Yeah, I like it.
What? No way. Did that precision just kill me?
Let's go!
nice, Papa.
Papa with the clutch kill at the end. Let's go.
Oh, I missed. That was bad.
Got him.
Nice.
Man, I'm going to go steal their shit.
That is definitely green.
You're dumb and it's orange.
We're both wrong, red.
I could get that solo if I tried it a couple times, but we'll come back to it.
I'm fucking dick right now. Holy shit. Like, I fucking suck right now.
Yeah, I can tell.
Shout out to Mark. It's Rated Merc with all the video clips for tonight. We're going to go to round 2 in just a moment right after this break. Round 2, ITL NFL Pick'em, Week 4, the way too early primetime Pick'em edition. As we are going into tonight's picks, we're going to start off with some crazy one, guys. Lots of injuries to watch, but Thursday night football starts off in Cincinnati. The Cincinnati Bengals, 3.5-point favorites at home against the Miami Dolphins. Injuries to watch in this one. Obviously, Joe Mixon banged up and couldn't end the game last week, so it's already been reported he is starting and is good to go for this game. Tua, though, remains questionable for this game. They said it'll be a game-time decision, and Chase Edmonds is still getting the start for this game of those who are watching that Mostert-Edmonds battle. All right, guys, let's talk about this. Bengals already released. They're in the all-white White Tiger uniforms. They look sleek. So, Kenny, we'll start you off with this game. Thursday night football primetime.
Well, how can I pick this game when I don't even know what the standings are?
Oh my gosh, Kenny, for real?
No, I'm kidding.
I'm for real.
As far as I know, it's questionable that T. Higgins might go as well because he took another dirty shot to the head. Like, that was so bad to watch. But apparently concussions don't matter in the NFL because how Tua even played the rest of that game against Buffalo, beyond me. But, who cares? It's all about money. Give me the Bengals to win. I'm not going to take them to cover, though. It's going to be a field goal game.
Eric.
I don't know. I'm honestly, it's up in the air for me. It depends on the Tua situation, if I'm being honest. Tua in the game, I'll take the offense plus 3.5, just because we've seen how explosive that offense is. And I truly don't think the Super Bowl hangover is over yet for the Bengals. I think this game is going to be a wake-up for them. Even though they're in the all-white Thursday night, it's going to be a pretty jersey. But I'll choose the Dolphins plus 3.5.
Steve.
Is this in Cincinnati or in Miami?
In Cincinnati.
I'm going to take Cincinnati. I'm not going to take them to cover the spread.
Cincinnati money line is a pick. Luke.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. This is tough for me because I'm pretty sure Tua doesn't really know where he's at, considering the concussion protocol was completely foolproof, but I'm pretty sure he held up 5 fingers and saw 7. So I don't really know. I mean, when the doctor says he asked what kind of chicken nuggets, he said he just doesn't know anymore. Like, he had no idea where he was. But he said, hey, remember, it was a back injury. It wasn't a head injury. His back hurts. Just remember that. But I'm going to go with the new uniforms on this one. I'm going to go with the Bengals.
Cincinnati money line.
Money line, yeah.
Money line for Luke. I'm going to roll Miami in this game. So I think Tua plays. I think they look great. I think they're the more complete team. I think Cincinnati will give it a fight. It's at home, Thursday night football, flashy white uniforms. They may even be leading the entire game, but Tua is resilient. I like the Miami Dolphins on the road here. I like them to flex it. I think we'll be talking about how real Miami is, just like the rest of their crazy fans were talking before the season began. And so I'm going to roll the Dolphins to win this game and cover the spread. I'm going to take the spread, though. So I'm taking Miami plus 3.5, not money line.
Hey, Ernest.
Uh-huh.
Did you see the Buffalo Bills tailgate when they were in Miami?
Yeah, I did. They go hard in Miami. Rachel in Miami also.
They weren't breaking tables, but they were breaking the bank. I'll tell you that.
For those of you who don't have any sort of video in front of you, some very interesting strippers were at Bill's Mafia in Miami.
Hey, they were only there for the wings, guys. Remember that. Only there for the wings.
They had too much fun. What were you saying, Steve?
Did you guys see the video of the Bills fan who missed the table?
No, but those were.
There's another one.
Tried. He went running and jumped off to try to crash the table, and he went just short of the table. And I don't want to laugh. The end of the video, he was unresponsive. He fucked around and found out. Like,
oh, jeez. I mean, you really don't know what rock bottom is until you really end up in the bottom of a table.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, being a Bills fan.
We are crossing the pond for our next primetime pick'em Sunday morning football. The early game, Saints versus Vikings, where Jameis eats the real crab legs across the pond. Vikings 3-point favorites in what's considered a road game for everybody. I guess this would be considered a flight game. Eric, we'll start with you. Saints Vikings, who you got?
I don't trust the Vikings yet. I'll be honest, but I'm gonna go Vikings here, money line. Saints doesn't have anyone at the moment, or ever.
All right. He's saying Saints are not a complete team like the Vikings are. Steve?
I'm going to take the Vikings as well. I don't really trust anything I've seen out of the Saints. They're kind of sketchy, schizophrenic, like they have been.
Are you saying money line as well, or are you taking spread?
Yeah, I'll take the spread. It's a field goal.
All right, Minnesota -3 so far. Minnesota money line is the pick here, Kenny.
I think Jameis Winston got reverse LASIK because he's so bad. He's so bad. It's so hard to watch. I don't think Michael Thomas will play this week, and even if he does, he's banged up. I know the Vikings don't have Dalvin, but isn't Madison just younger Dalvin? So I'm not really that concerned running back-wise. So I'm going to take Minnesota. I don't like it, but I'm going to take them to win and cover -3. If I'm being honest, I think it's going to be a push here.
Kenny going Minnesota -3, but thinks it's going to be a game-winning field goal to end this out. Luke?
I heard Eric said he didn't really believe in the Vikings, and I kind of turned my head, and I was like, I hope this man doesn't say he believes in the Saints either, because I don't really believe in either one of them at this point. The Saints are in full suck for somebody else at quarterback,
And the Vikings, I mean, I hope Will enjoys this game because I know I'm not going to enjoy it. There's no way I'm going to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning to watch this game. So give me the Vikings, and they'll cover 3.
Minnesota -3, another Minnesota pick, and it looks like the producers are taking Minnesota to win this game as well, which puts me in the position you guys put me in last week, a very precarious position on this show. Warm it up, guys. We have our first. That's right. Say it out loud. Our BCMG guarantee.
I'm not doing that for the Vikings.
Minnesota money line. There goes the lights across the world. I can see them flashing everywhere. Vikings money line enters the parlay, our first pick of the night.
The big losers are the people in the UK that bought tickets to go watch this.
1,000%.
Should have done like Will and gotten free ones. That's what I would have done.
Oh God.
I'll say what though, the Vikings against the Saints. What better game with the names of the teams to be there for you know what's going on in the UK.
Wow.
Brexit champ.
Wow. top tier comedy.
Nice job.
Couldn't be written.
We don't get political
better
on this show ever.
What?
All right, we're gonna go.
Another clip.
We are going to the game of the week, according to some. That's right. Panthers versus Cardinals. The Panthers
no one ever.
are
In
1.5 point favorites against the Cardinals.
What a week.
The game of the week.
Please tell me we have a toilet bowl sound. Please tell me we have a toilet bowl sound. Like
we don't have one, but
It may be funny to you, motherfucker, but it's not funny to me, okay?
that's right. It ain't funny to me. Panthers 1.5 point favorites at home against the visiting Cardinals. Cardinals 10-1 on the road, dating back to last season. We're gonna start this one with Steve. Steve, who do you like in this game?
I'm going to take the Cardinals. I'll take them to cover 1.5 point spread. Not huge on either team, but really don't like what she's out of Carolina.
It looks like Steve's taking Cardinals in the points. Kenny.
Can I be like Stephen A. Smith and pick the Cardinals to score the most points this week, but then I'm going to pick Carolina money line?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm picking the Cardinals, so let's go Arizona.
What?
Straight up.
You didn't see that? They asked Stephen A. Smith who's going to score the most points this week. He said the Chargers. They said, all right, and who wins out of Chargers Raiders? I'm going to go with the Raiders. That's a real clip.
What? It's the same thing with Howard in college football. Same thing.
Do you have the Stone Cold Steve Austin what sound yet?
No, I definitely need to get that, but we'll go ahead and start.
What? What? What?
There's a live look at Kenny when he was watching CeeDee Lamb drop that pass. All right, Luke.
I feel like this is Ace Ventura when he has a spear in one leg and a spear in the other leg, and he doesn't know which one to scream at more because I really don't want to pick either one of these teams right now. So I'm just strictly going to go off Arizona because Kyler Murray got smacked in the fucking beak when he played last. So he might come out and try to do something this week.
A mountain so high it can keep me away.
Again,
I dare you to pick Baker Mayfield. I dare you to pick
Baker. That follows the Dallas Cowboys calling everybody sheep is just fantastic.
Eric, who you got in this game?
Give me Cards money line. I think the Cards are going to come in strong and finally turn the season around for one game.
Turn the season around for one game.
We have a precarious situation happening here in San Antonio. The precarious situation just so happens to be another opportunity for a BCMG guarantee. And I'm telling you right now, guys, it absolutely is. That's right. BCMG, put those lights on. Wave those fingers. Look at that. Eric knows what's happening over there. There's a party happening in Phoenix and San Antonio right now that needs to get on y'all's level. Wherever you're at, ring those lights. That's right. It's a BCMG guarantee. Add it in there. I am not confident in this pick, but I'm taking Arizona money line in this
Yeah.
game. The Panthers suck. I mean, there's really no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't even know how they're the favorites in this game. I will say this. If it looks like Rachel says BCMG guarantee and put it in the chat. Love that. Love that. She's also going Arizona. I'm going to tell you right now, I love all the plays for Cardinals for this game.
I would assume.
And the cops have pulled over Luke. So we'll get back to Luke in just a moment. But Arizona is the pick here. Let's take our talents and our conversation over to Sunday Night Football. We have a doozy for you. For all you sheep out there, it's going to be a rough week. Let's go over to Tampa Bay. All right, those Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs opened up Sunday Night Football as 2-point favorites on the road. And as of right now, it was a McDouble General on the screen, but we got rid of one.
McDouble General.
And so we'll start off with Steve in this one. Steve, I think we can hear you, but I want to make sure we're talking about Tampa Bay against Kansas City Chiefs. Can you hear us?
Will you please stop
muted.
fucking saying Tampa Bay? That is so fucking annoying.
I'm sorry, Steve. I think we're getting some interruption.
It may be funny to you, motherfucker, but it's not funny to me, okay?
Steve.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, we got you, Steve. We got you, Steve. Go ahead.
Pick it.
Yeah. I'll take the Chiefs to win this.
Chiefs to win this game on the road against those Buccaneers. Eric.
They're playing where again? Sorry.
Tampa Bay.
What's the neutral site?
Oh, it's actually in the Midwest, right? Isn't it Iowa or something?
Are they going to go play in Denver so they can watch real quarterbacks play?
No, Peyton retired years ago.
I do want to ask, is this going to be a dome game or not?
No, it's outside.
Okay.
Holy shit. Pick a fucking team.
I don't know. I don't know in this one. Chiefs look absolutely trash yesterday, but on Sunday, the Mike Evans is coming back for the Bucks. I'm going to take Bucks +2.
He's taking the spread in this game, Tampa Bay. I am taking Tampa Bay to win this game. So I mean, you can say money line, but I'll take the points anyways. I think they take care of business. Tampa Bay +2 is my pick. Kenny.
I'm a little bit concerned I don't know because Chris Godwin may also play this week because he was questionable.
That's my concern, because Evans comes back, he's well rested. So
I'm going to take Kansas City, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
So it's a guarantee. He doesn't like it. He's going to switch over to the Bucks.
No, I stick by my picks. Thank you very much. I didn't get to become the 2-time Pick'em champ by being indecisive.
That is true. You are the 2-time Pick'em champion. Sorry, I didn't say that before. Luke.
I'm here. I didn't get pulled over. I'm fine.
Oh, thank goodness. We were worried.
I promise we're good. But I wish I would have got pulled over because I don't want to watch this game. I really don't. I really don't care to watch this game.
Luke driving more than the Steelers did Thursday night.
Yeah, I'm driving more than the Steelers have all year. Yes, that's exactly
funny to you, motherfucker.
It's so funny. The Steelers tore out the middle of their field, and I'm just like, okay, but we don't use the middle of the field, so what's the point of tearing new turf out? But okay, that's fine.
You guys use the middle of the field when Najee rushes 25 times for 60 yards?
Yeah, totally. Bucks and Chiefs. I'm going to say the under. I'll tell you that. But for now, I'm going to go with the Chiefs ?
Chiefs ? Is the pick. So are you going tie?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
He's going tie with this game.
Yeah.
That takes us to
it's
our
gonna be 1916.
1916 Chiefs is what you're saying.
Yep.
All right. That's a good pick. Look, let's take us to our final game. Monday Night Football is a doozy for everybody. Those 49ers, 2.5-point favorites against the Rams. Vegas is smoking something, in my opinion, and it ain't something good. 49ers 2.5-point favorite. Steve, start us off.
Yeah, this makes no sense to me that the 49ers are favored. But I'll say that they usually know something. But I'm going to take the Rams here.
Steve is going against the grain. You're cutting against the grain, Steve. I like that. Rams money line is Steve's pick. Eric.
Rams money line.
There was no hesitation in that voice. Kenny.
San Francisco money line.
Whoa, no spread.
Book it. And also spread.
Oh, wow. San Francisco minus 2.5. Kenny says
24-20 is the final.
Kenny says to what, SA, and moves on to the next pick. Luke.
I mean, I don't know what Vegas is thinking, but they don't have those big buildings out there for no reason. So, man, this hurts. This hurts. Because Jimmy G just gave up a safety like Dan Orlovsky did. So, I'm going to go with the Rams.
Someone else did it.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams.
It was more like Jimmy G's last week. Am I right? Gosh.
Stop. Next.
Sorry. It looks like the Bruce are going with the 49ers. 49ers are the pick there. Did I mention I'm a dad? I am going to go with the Los Angeles Rams money line for this game. I think the Rams are a good team. I lost Luke with that joke. That's okay. We'll get him back, guys. We'll get him back. The Rams are, I think, the best team out of the two. So I'm not worried about this game as much. I think there's a lot to be worried about if you're San Fran. Hopefully it was just a fluke last week and not an F Luke. We will get Luke back on this show momentarily for Fire Round. But before we do that, guys, any other updates on the... Actually, you know what, Kenny? I have a question for you. Allen Robinson, right, has been like this up and down thing for everybody. I mean, what are your thoughts on Allen Robinson fantasy-wise?
Allen Robinson fantasy-wise?
Mm-hmm.
I really hope that you're not starting him every single week. I hope that you're playing matchups at the flex, but it's not.
I'm not. There's some people out there who might be, but it's definitely not me. All right, we're going to go over to Fire Round next. Round number 3. Get your lights ready. We're going to have a lot of guarantees this week. That's right. Round 3, Fire Round pick 'em. We're going to go right through these. Luke is not back yet, but that's okay. We think he's okay. We think he's okay. Let's move on to the first game. Giants against the Bears. Giants at home suffering that loss. The loss not only against the Cowboys, but the loss of Sterling Shepard for the year as he tore his ACL. The Chicago Bears coming in 2-1. The Giants are 2-1. One of these teams will be 3-1 after this week. I don't even know what to say. Let's start this off. Kenny, who you got?
I've been wrong about Chicago all year, so I'm going to bet them this week. Give me Bears.
Bears are the first pick. Eric.
Forgive me. Is it Bears at home to the right?
No.
The Giants at home?
Giants, it's in the Meadowlands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Give me.
Don't watch this game.
Yeah,
watch your kids. Don't watch this game.
Watch your kids.
I'll take Giants. I think Giants are going to turn it around.
The Giants are Eric's pick. Steve.
Well, I don't have any kids to watch, so.
You also don't have a Patriots team to watch.
You shut the fuck.
I got you. I got you.
It may be funny to you, motherfucker, but it's not funny to me. Okay?
I got you, Steve.
Amazing.
I love that clip so.
I'll take Giants question mark.
Giants question mark in the way too early Fire Round pick 'em. We have 2 Giants pick and a Bear. It's not fair if you don't have 2 versus 2. I'm taking the Bears to win this week. I think we're all wrong about the Bears. Watch Justin Fields throw for 4 touchdowns. Mitch used to do it to us all the time, so I'm taking Justin Fields. to have a comeback offensive game against the Giants. But I don't
Montgomery,
like
it. That's why I didn't choose the Bears. It's way too early, but Montgomery.
Khalil Herbert gonna go off again.
Maybe Montgomery doesn't play. All right, let's move on. We have the best team in. No, we don't. Texans versus Chargers in a game that's like Davis Mills ? And is Justin Herbert actually going to play again ? So Texas Chargers did not look good last week. And Jacksonville just may be the real deal. I'm not sure. It's maybe a little bit of both. And the Texans are now questioning if Davis Mills is the future. And that is been the question for a lot of everybody outside of Houston. Now it's in Houston. It's like a plague. Eric, who you got in this game?
Fuck.
That's the best reaction of all time.
Can I choose the under? No, it's. I hate to say this. It's just to your point, right? Who's going to play for the Chargers? Texans are obviously not the stronger team, but are the Chargers actually going to rest their players? Keenan Allen didn't play, so Chargers money line. Just
is that a question mark?
There's a lot of questions in this.
Dude, there is. I just don't know. That's why I said, can I just take the under in this game?
Eric is going Chargers in this game. Steve.
Chargers ?
I'm picking the Chargers for sure, and I watched the Texans. The Texans are going to be garbage against that Chargers defense, and I think it's going to be Dameon Pierce may be a bright spot for Houston in this game, but start Cook, start Pierce, bench everybody else in the world in Houston, and play all your Chargers. Kenny.
I'm going to pick the Chargers, and I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Don't bet this game. Seriously.
I'm sorry, Kenny, but it's actually...
Bet Russian table tennis before you bet on this game.
Wait, Kenny, wait.
That's
right, the BCMG guarantee. We have all chosen the Chargers, but wait. One has joined the fray. If you don't know who this is, it's the man from
Dre.
Another country. I don't even know where he's at right now. Dre Rogers, what's up, brother?
Good morning, Vietnam!
Woo! That's right, he's in Vietnam. What's going on, Dre?
Why is this on a Tuesday or whenever?
Wait, you're not in Wednesday like we are? You're behind us now?
No, I mean it's Tuesday for you guys.
Dre, welcome, man. You just got right in time. Texans or Chargers? Yeah, that's right. Roll up. He's got the Chargers. That's right. BCMG guarantee. There is no doubt here. Dre Rogers joining the fold. Appreciate you having on, man. You can start us off for the next one. Cowboys versus Commanders in the game that everybody in the world is watching because they just can't get over how the Saints and Vikings are playing in London. Who you got in this one, Dre?
Cowboys, I guess.
Cowboys, I guess. I love that, Dre. Kenny.
Washington.
Yeah.
Eric.
I got Washington as well. They need a game, and I think this is the week.
Steve.
Cowboys.
I'm switching to Commanders.
We have 3 Commanders picks, and well, I mean, do we have to even ask? The Dallas Cowboys will win this game at home. It's not even a question to me. I will say this: this is the pick, guys, that we are calling the ITL Audible. That is right, the ITL Audible. Add it to your parlay. That's a BCMG guarantee. The Cowboys will win this game, according to myself and the Into the Lab podcast. That's right. ITL Audible wasted on the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys are going to win this game. This is not the game they lose. This is the game they win at home. Sure? This is going to stir up the controversy. This plays right in the media hands. It's the whole whole thing.
I've seen it all before.
I've seen it. This is it. This is it, guys.
This is the week, though.
There's the 1 week where they don't show up.
It's next week.
Denver last year. It's going to be Washington.
It's too early. It's probably going to be the Bears. The Bears are going to be like 6-2, and they're going to play the Cowboys. They're going to think the Bears suck, and then the Bears are going to beat the Cowboys. It's going to be a weird thing. It's going to be a weird thing.
Carson Wentz played in a dome all last year. This is a dome game.
Hey, Eric, let me ask you something. How many games has Cooper Rush lost in his career?
Starting next week, 1.
No. I want to know how many games Cooper Rush has lost in his career this week. None.
0.
He has
This
not
week.
lost.
You just
I'm
jinxed
gonna,
it.
I
This
will
week.
I will keep that vibe until I can't.
Your fault.
Ravens, Bills. We start this one off with Steve. It's his third favorite team, Buffalo.
Stop fucking saying that. I'm gonna take Buffalo. I think it's gonna be a bit of a shootout, but Buffalo will score more points because Ravens defense.
I think this is going to be a fantastic game to watch. You're watching it. Tons of fantasy output going on in this one. Kenny.
The Ravens win, and everyone panics about the Bills being 2-2.
I like it. Like it playing the media storyline. Dre.
Yeah, I'm going with Ravens on this one. I believe Lamar will go off again for another 4-touchdown game.
What's the latest on how Myles Garrett's doing after
Eric?
What is the latest that's going on? I do think.
Tell us.
I think
he's okay. Everybody, he's doing okay.
Honestly, I'm gonna go on the Bills on this one. I think the Bills need. They're gonna play hard against the Ravens, and especially what they did last week. They're gonna play very, very aggressive. There's gonna be a very aggressive Bills team.
I wasted my audible. I should have saved it. I'm going Buffalo in this game as well. I think Josh Allen's performs. I'm not worried about the front seven for the Bills. I'm worried about that secondary, and don't think Lamar Jackson takes advantage of it too much. And I think Buffalo scores enough points. So I'm taking Buffalo to win this game. Again, play every fantasy player you can.
Take the under in this game.
Nothing circles a wagon like the Buffalo Bills, everybody. Nothing circles a wagon. Let's go to the game that everybody's there's no guarantee on this one. Although I wanted to. I know most of you out there are like, what? But there is no guarantee on this one. It's just the Bills. All right, we are going to go on to the next game. That's right. The game, nothing circles the toilet like the Cleveland Browns are going to be away against the Atlanta Falcons, who've been surprisingly hot with Cordero Patterson. I'll start this one off with you, Kenny. Falcons versus Browns. I know you're going to be tuning in. There's two of your favorite teams.
You know me, big Atlanta and Cleveland guy. Browns.
Kenny's going Browns. This is what, like 32nd favorite team? Steve?
Browns.
2 Browns picks in this game. Eric?
Another fuck. Browns, I think. Browns. God damn it, man.
We've got 3 Browns picks. Dre?
You know, it could be like a combined 400-yard game plus on the
It is true. They all just run the ball.
Yeah, I'll take the Browns.
Cleveland is the pick so far in this game. Very precarious situation. Man, this is a tough one for me.
Everyone wants Atlanta to win this game.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I might take the spread for the Falcons.
Atlanta's like the team that everyone roots for because they shouldn't win, but they keep putting up such a good fight. They were like Detroit last year.
Here, let's do this. Oh, go ahead.
I am taking the Atlanta Falcons to win this game. And it's not to disrupt the guarantee. I love ringing this fucking light. And matter of fact, I almost did it, but then I thought I'd have to play the sheep video on myself, so I'm not going to do it. And I'm going to choose Atlanta to win this game. I think they have enough to actually defensively keep the Browns from scoring. They're at home. I'm going to give them the win. This is one of the only wins of the season they're going to have, taking Atlanta. Let's move on. This is the game to watch for me this week, and it's the Eagles versus the Jags. I like this game a lot. It's going to be offensive powerhouse versus defensive powerhouse. I'm going to go ahead and start this one off with Eric. Eric, who is your team, Eagles versus Jags, in a game that's probably going to be the most watched game of the week?
Jags at home?
No, Eagles are at home.
You wanted to do the Jags so bad.
I do.
I'm gonna say Jacksonville, and then shit, they're on the road.
I think the Jags are the real deal. I think they're still off of their high from last week after destroying the damn Chargers, and I think the Eagles will take the first loss this week. So I got Jags.
Jacksonville, the first pick. Dre.
You know, defenses have finally been able to figure out Justin Jefferson, but they haven't been able to figure out Christian Kirk.
Started him. He's been great in fantasy. Still 0-3, but he's been great. He's been great in fantasy.
Ouch. Thank you, Christian.
But the Eagles are gonna stop them. Philly.
After all that. Oh my gosh, Steve.
I am going to take Jacksonville.
Jacksonville is Steve's pick. Kenny.
Jacksonville are not the real deal. They're going to finish third in the division. Give me the Eagles.
Houston can't win twice, but I like it. Give me Philly to win this game as well. I think Jacksonville is the real deal. I just think it's going to end up being a 37-34 shootout, and the better offense is Philly.
Ooh, take the spread. The spread is plus 6.5.
So I'm taking Philly to win this game in a close one, high scoring. Let's move on to what do we have next? Oh, this is going to be great. Steelers versus Jets, and probably what Dre would call.
Yes, the snoozer of the week.
That's right, the snoozer of the week. We have a couple of those, but this is the one. Steelers versus Jets, where everybody's pounding the under so bad, the under is all the way down to 22.5. That's pretty sorry. All right, start us off, Dre. Who wins this game?
Who's playing at home? Whoever's
Steelers.
playing at home wins.
Dre's going with Pittsburgh. Eric.
I think Pittsburgh actually wins this.
Pittsburgh. Kenny.
I'm going to take the New York Jets.
The spread?
Flacco.
Flacco going to terrorize Pittsburgh once again.
Wow. The Jets are Kenny's pick. I'm taking Pittsburgh. Play your fantasy Pittsburgh options. Steve.
You know my rule, don't bet on the Jets. So
That's right.
Pittsburgh.
I cannot let us be a BCMG guarantee on the goddamn Pittsburgh Steelers, so I'll stand by the Jets this week. I don't even care if I get it wrong.
I've already used my audible. So.
I respect you taking that sacrifice for us.
Because there's zero reason that we should ever have Mitch Trubisky as a part of a BCMG guarantee.
That is just poor.
I agree on that.
Someone take the bullet and I'll do it.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I don't know, Kenny. I don't know. That sounds like we need to have a guarantee off of that. Now I'm upset about it. No, we're not going to do it, Eric. Lions versus Seahawks in a game where Detroit pulverizes and shows their dominance. Taking Detroit to win this game, Kenny.
It's pretty surprising that Detroit opened at -6.5 and it's already down to -4.5.
Yeah,
People really love Geno Smith.
It's free falling.
I'm going to still pick Detroit, but that's a spread that's probably going to get to a field goal.
Yeah, take a Detroit money line as well. Steve.
I'm going to take Detroit money line.
Eric.
No, here he comes.
I got to be that one odd person out.
Is that because you can't have Jared Goff a part of the BCMG guarantee? Because I also understand that.
Swift is out, so they don't have that.
Who are you picking?
Honestly, I'm sorry. The Lions.
All that to pick the Lions anyways.
No, I got the Seahawks, if I'm being honest. Seahawks.
What?
So you are going Seahawks?
Yeah, I am going with the Seahawks.
I'm so confused.
It may be funny to you, motherfucker, but it's not funny to me, okay?
Yeah.
Another guarantee. Dre, what do you have in this game?
I actually think Swift being out is a plus for the Lions. Jamal Williams is a beast, and you should pick him up for DFS. He's going to have, I believe, 50 combined yards, 2 touchdowns. Lions win.
Beautiful, beautiful. No guarantees yet. Small parlay so far this week. This is the toughest game to look at, in my opinion. I think this is going to be a really tough one to pick. Okay, Ken, you said no. Who you have in this game?
Indianapolis. They're at home. They're going to split with Tennessee. They'll win this game coming off the win over Kansas City.
Indy's the first pick. Dre.
Yeah, I agree with Kenny. They're at home, and they kind of clicked a little bit last week. And it's just going to be a Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry game. And I usually
bet the under at 43. So
Exactly.
many running plays.
Yep.
Eric.
I got Titans.
Oh, whatever. We don't like it anyways.
First Titans pick. Steve.
Me and Dre, but I'm going to take the Colts.
Clip it.
Can we record that?
Yeah, that's definitely getting recorded. Definitely getting. Mark, clip that shit. All right, I am taking Tennessee to win this game. I don't think it's going to be close. I think Indy's a fluke.
And Tennessee's not?
I think
No, I think
they win the games they shouldn't. They lose the games they
Oh,
shouldn't.
God.
Like that's what happens with Tennessee. They'll lose at home to
God.
Indy, but they won't lose this game.
Derrick Henry stinks.
Really, we're gonna have to do this.
What? What? What?
You need to stop with
He
that.
does.
He's not bad. He is not a bad player.
Well, the fact that they're paying him all that money and they had to give up essentially everything in order to keep him, yeah, he stinks from a franchise perspective.
Okay, that's different.
You think Christian Kirk is
I
bad.
thought you were talking about Zeke.
Yeah, I didn't say that my player predictions were good. I just gave my take.
Raiders versus Broncos in a game that should look very desperate for Las Vegas and very much needed turnaround offensively for Denver. We'll see what happens. Of course, my preseason bet with the sports scientists of the Texans beating the Raiders still looks pretty good, but we'll talk about that later. Raiders versus Broncos is the game we're going to call right here. What do you guys got? Let's start this one with the West Coast man himself, Eric.
Broncos country, let's ride.
He's going with Denver. Steve.
I'm also taking Denver here.
Yeah.
2 Denver picks. Kenny.
Denver.
I'm concerned that 70% of the people are on Vegas, but I'm going to go with them.
Oh,
I think their season's over if they lose. So
they're going to lose. Josh McDaniels.
Drake.
Denver just scored 11 points on Sunday Night Football. There's no way that I'm going to sit there and confidently pick Denver.
Okay.
And I picked them to win the division, so I feel even dumber.
I think Denver turns it around against Vegas. I
They'll
really
win
do.
the division, but not this game though. I believe Carr will figure out how to get the ball to Devante, and I think Hunter Renfro is back this week, so they should be good to go.
I'm taking Vegas as well to win this game. I think they win it at home. The season is over if they lose, and I don't think they're ready to call it quits yet. I don't think Devontae Adams will let them go in Las Vegas in this one. Let's go to our final game of the week. Steve has been waiting. He's ready for this show to be done. We are starting with Steve. Your New England Patriots travel to Lambeau Field to face the Green Bay Packers in what we're calling the ITL match of the week. Dre versus Steve in a juggernaut match between Brian Hoyer and Aaron Rodgers. Who wins this game? We'll start with you, Steve.
Yeah, the Packers are going to win this game.
That was
I was only
What?
I was
got my
only
light
waiting
ready.
to see if you would seriously bet New England. I do think that they can cover that, though. That's a double-digit spreads in the NFL are gross.
That's a big spread.
What's the spread?
10.5.
What is the spread?
It just went down to 10.
You know what? I would actually be wary of that 10-point spread. Just on the fact that I don't know if you guys remember Kansas City 2020. Brian Hoyer had to start. That was a much worse roster, and everyone thought Kansas City was going to absolutely destroy us, and they actually held in that game for a while. I do think the Patriots will come prepared. I think Hoyer. I think they'll manage Hoyer for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not going to be able to outscore Aaron Rodgers at home. It's just.
Is anybody picking?
They're going to have to rely on the running backs. No one's picking New England.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I completely.
The
agree
main
with
reason
Steve.
that
I think
spread
it's
is
gonna be a close
gross is when the over-under is only at 40, and then it's still a double-digit spread. That's just trouble.
I just think if New England scores 2 touchdowns or 10 points, they're going to cover.
It's going to be like 27-10.
I don't think the game's ever going to be in doubt. Like Green Bay, they'll be up like 10-3 or 10-6, and you're going to feel like they're on cruise control. And Aaron tends to do that when he gets up. Like we saw it. He scored a couple times against Tampa, and then
cruised.
Like what happened after?
Just for the sake of the show, though, I got to do that. That's the end of our BCMG guarantee. But I will say this: it will be a good game if you want to watch some defense. I do think there's going to be some good defensive plays on both sides of the ball.
Money line's minus 500. So much value there.
So much value. Let's talk about the parlay. The parlay is not very attractive. It's Minnesota money line, Arizona money line, Chargers money line, Packers money line and the ITL Audible of Cowboys money line. That's right. That is the parlay. Right now, Eric and Kenny are battling to see what that parlay would return.
I don't care. Do it. Oh, I have to do it? Okay.
Kenny, I did it last time. While Kenny looks that up.
Did you say Chargers money line?
Chargers money line. Let's go ahead and do our sign-offs here. Dre, why don't you tell people where they can find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Dre2124. Instagram blocked me because I'm in Vietnam and they say it's suspicious activity, so I can't log into that anymore. But go to Twitter then.
Wait, you're Vietnam now.
I got you, Dre. I got you, Dre. Nobody will keep you silent.
It may be funny to you, motherfucker, but it's not funny to me, okay?
Exactly, Kenny.
Exactly. Eric, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Eric Sports Picks, and you can find me on Wednesday nights talking about college football at Eric's Football Corner. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. And as always, Ernest, thank you for having me on the show, man.
Of course, brother. Of course. It's always nice to have you on the show. Steve, the General Reisner, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Reisner_Steven, and check me out Sundays, 11 a.m. Eastern time, Blue Collar Game Day, going over the same picks. Let's see how much different they are from Tuesday to Sunday. I actually have time to, read injury reports and all that.
I do like that. You should actually put there on your the little bar and put like ITL's pick was, and then my pick today is. That way people can track that.
That's a lot.
Sorry. I will say this though, guys, we have close to 760 something views on here from last week, and we had over 539 downloads. Go check out this guy's content, right? Like Eric's Football Corner, BCMG Game Day, Competitive Hedge Daily. Like, go and check out their stuff. You see their handles on there. I encourage it. I'll tag them in this week's post. That way you guys can go find them, but go give them some love after today's episode. Kenny, where can the people find you?
You can follow me on all social platforms at HedgePod, live Monday through Saturday now. We're going to do a Saturday show, cooking up a player parlay, which we had a touchdown parlay over the weekend, hit on a plus 1,400, so had a good weekend there. As always, Ernest, thanks for having me on, and the king is back. He's coming for the picking title.
The king is back. The king is back. I'll have standings updated as well, so you guys will stop bitching about it. I was your host, Ernest Silva. Add into that pod is where you're seeing everything. Kenny, what was the parlay going to bring us?
I forget what all the plays were, so I have Green Bay, Dallas, Chargers, and Arizona.
Green Bay, Dallas, Arizona, Los Angeles, and Minnesota.
Which LA team? Chargers, and what was the last one?
Minnesota.
Oh, we had Minnesota, right. And all of them were just straight up money line, right?
Straight up money line.
Plus 900.
There you go. That's 9-1, guys. Go put in $10, win 90. You're welcome for this weekend. If there's any last minute things, please be safe out there in the Florida area. Everybody on the East Coast, whoever was affected from Cuba. If you do watch this show, it gets down to y'all. And if anybody's family, we wish you guys the best. We thank you guys for watching this show. We appreciate all the support, and go to whatever team you support, but go Cowboys this week. Go beat Washington. Hope you guys have a great week. Good luck with your bets. Good night, everybody.